Updates have been coming in thick and fast for Escape from Tarkov, and BattleState have been doing a lot right. For example, the recoil, which you'll see in another video, but the most important thing was the big patch that we had yesterday, which improved audio. Or did it? That's what we're going to be finding out today. I did a load of testing last night, and I'm going to be discussing my findings and what you should be aware of when going into raid, what headset you should use, etc, etc. If you played Tarkov at all in 0.13, you would have noticed that they replaced the spatial audio system that they use in the game from Steam Audio to Oculus Audio, which means they would have tested it thoroughly, ironed out all the bugs and made sure the audio was working flawlessly because of the amount of complaints people had about Steam Audio. Well, in typical Tarkov fashion, you thought wrong and the spatial audio was completely broken. Hearing people of floors above you, below you, around you didn't make a blind bit of difference whether you had binaural audio on or off, and sneak was busted to all hell, so whether you were crouch walking, sneaking around a building, it would sound like someone was literally right next to you and there is no chance of stealth, so people started just false ending things. No one was stealthing around the place because there was no point. But now, that's apparently all changed, and in my testing, I found that to be true to an extent. It still hasn't been completely fixed. Stealth is much better. Stealth is in fact a little bit too good, and I'll explain my findings in this video, but audio itself has still got some massive flaws in it. So first let's talk about stealth and the tests I did for it. So in dorms on the bottom floor, I ran all the way to the end and looked at a wall. And what Gray did was stand at the side door all the way at the other end of the hallway. He will then stealth walk and stealth crouch all the way up to me, and as soon as I started hearing footsteps, I will turn around. We did this by being massively overweight and massively underweight, and turns out it doesn't actually make a difference. We had a character of 4.5 kilos, literally just a hatchling, and I heard him at exactly the same time with the same headset on as I did if he was overweight at 65 kilos. Yeah, massively overweight, sword-ins, crouched, fucking ready when you are. It ain't making a blind bit of difference. Weight doesn't matter.
Nah, it doesn't matter. That's 62.6 kilograms.
Yeah, weight doesn't matter at all. Do you want to just dump everything and be a hatchling and we'll prove that point? Okay, 4.6 kilograms, super lightweight, sword-ins, crouch walking, ready when you are. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, about the same. Yeah.
So lightweight or super heavyweight, doesn't matter.
Nah, you're literally within a variance of 1 to 2 meters at best. Whereas super heavy, you should be able to hear me, I think, back here.
So after we did that, we then decided to get a character that is sort of typical weight that you would be in a raid. Typical kit, weapons, so you hear the equipment moving and stuff like that, as well as the footsteps, and then tested this stealth walk with every single headset in the game. The reason we tested this inside is because there's less ambient noise like wind and birds and all that sort of stuff when you're inside, so this is literally best case scenario, best weather conditions for hearing characters. Now, for a base, we also did a no headset run, and the results are actually quite crazy. Right, no headset, Overweight crouched. Whenever you're ready.
Turn around.
Didn't hear you at all. Overweight walking, no headset. Whenever you're ready.
Ooh.
Underweight walking, no headset. Whenever you're ready.
So about 1.5 meters past the bag, closer.
Yeah, underweight crouched.
Yeah.
With no headset. Whenever you're ready.
How was it? I was here before you turned.
So as you just saw, being crouched got literally to me and I still didn't hear him. And being stood up and walking, he was only, 5 feet, 10 feet from me with no headset on? So massively able to sneak up to a character without even hearing them. And this is quite typical with all of the other headsets as well. So as I'm going through this video, I noticed that this is going to be a really long one, so I do apologize, but I'm now going to show you every single headset doing the same tests, and you can see for yourself just how far away you can start hearing people. Now this is at the audio that I play at. I use a really good Audio-Technica headset, so your impressions may vary, but I have left every other audio out, just the in-game sounds for you, so you can tell for yourself when you start to hear the footsteps. Right, I'm recording with razors. You're down the end there. Whenever you're ready.
Wow.
And that was barely. Okay, bag off now, underweight with headset, whenever you're ready.
Oh, the same.
About the same, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Walk in slow, raise a headset, whenever you're ready.
That's a big difference.
That is a big difference. You're just about stairs now, aren't you?
Yeah, whereas before, I got to hear.
Yeah. Raise a headset, underweight walking, whenever you're ready.
Ooh, so a little bit further. By about 1.5 meters.
And, yep, crouched overweight from distance, contact 2s, whenever you're ready.
Oh, closer.
Contact 2s, underweight, crouched, whenever you're ready. That's far away.
Mm-hmm.
Contact 2s, overweight, stand walking, whenever you're ready. Right, okay, underweight, contact 2s, walking whenever you're ready.
Much further back.
Right, sword-ins. Overweight, crouched, slow,
Yeah.
whenever you're ready.
Oh, that's a big improvement.
Overweight, walking slow with the sword-ins, whenever you're ready.
Oh!
Underweight,
Cool.
crouch, sword-ins, whenever you're ready, go.
Better.
Standing,
sword-ins.
slow underweight with the sword-ins, yep. Alright, whenever you're ready.
Oh, MVPs.
Right, crouched, overweight, contact 4s, whenever you're ready.
Ooh, that's impressive.
Okay. Standing, overweight, slow, contact 4s. Ready.
Fucking wow. Sorry, foul language. Cut that out. Sorry, absolutely amazing.
Underweight, crouch, slow, contact 4s. Ready.
good. Yeah, stood up slow.
Underweight.
Underweight.
Ready when you are. Overweight, crouch, slow, attack sports, whenever you're ready. Standing slow, overweight.
Yep.
Attack sports when you're ready.
Not bad.
Underweight, crouch, slow, attack sports when you're ready. Underweight, standing, slow walk, tactical sports when you're ready.
Right. So there's not much difference, I think. You can probably check this when your recordings, buddy, between being crouched and standing.
So fast MT with the RACs. Overweight, crouch walk when you are ready.
Yeah. Overweight, crouched, slow, yeah?
Uh-huh. Overweight, walking slow when you're ready.
And further.
Okay, underweight, crouched, fast MT RACs when you're ready. underweight walking slow when you're ready. Crouched overweight slow M32s when you're ready. Overweight walking slow M32s when you're ready. Crouch slow underweight M32s when you're ready. Standing slow underweight M32s when you're ready. GSSH's overweight crouch slow when you're ready. Overweight standing slow GSSH when you're ready.
Oh, nice. That's
Big,
a decent.
big difference.
Big difference in that.
Underweight walking slow GSSH when you're ready. Crouch slow underweight GSSH when you're ready. Got further.
So they seem to indicate they're working properly.
XL headphones, overweight, crouch, slow walking.
Yeah.
When you are ready. XL, overweight, walking slowly. When you're ready.
Pretty good.
XL's crouched, walking, underweight. Ready. XL's underweight, walking slow. When you're ready.
I got closer than crouching.
Yeah.
Not by much, but a tiny bit.
From these tests, we noticed that there are quite a few anomalies. For example, if you're overweight, you seem to be getting closer than when you're underweight at quite a few situations, and that quite a lot of the headsets are not that good. And you can actually get quite close to someone before being able to hear them with no real ambient noise in the background. And that's because different headsets take out different sounds, take out different basses, amplify different basses, etc., etc. Now, I picked my top 4 and then did some more testing with the top 4. My number 1 choice would obviously be the Comtac 4s. I was able to hear Grey all the way pretty much before the stairway down on that hallway, so really far away, and I was able to hear them footsteps quite clearly, and there was very little ambient noise being let through in the headset. After that, I picked the Sword-Ins for a very similar reason, and then the Walker headphones. The Walker XLs are actually not too bad, but at the same time, you'll see in the other tests they are not great for other things. And then finally, the GSSHs. They're a cheap option and they work pretty well. Other headsets weren't as good as I expected, and that's a shame, but if you're going into Raid for the pure fact that you want to hear footsteps more, definitely go Comtac 4s or Sword-Ins, and at a push, the Walker headsets or the GSSHs. Now, for my next tests, I then stood in the dogleg area of the first floor, and I made Grey run from the ice cream shack outside of customs, up the stairs to the second floor, along the hallway, and out into the elbow and shoot out of the window once. And I was going to try and track Grey's position as he walked through. This varied on these 4 sets of headphones quite drastically, as you will see in these tests. I have no headset on, so I am ready when you are. I didn't hear the metal. I didn't hear the jump over. I probably heard you from the middle stairs until halfway around the corner on elbow, and then didn't hear you until the shot.
I am starting the run No.
Was able to track you perfectly from the moment you went above my head all the way to the window.
Okay, but not outside.
Outside, I could hear you on the metal and slightly in the bushes, but that's about it. And that was with sword-ins. Let me try with contact fours. Do the same run again.
I'm making my run now.
Yeah, that's even easier to hear. Heard the bushes, heard the metal stairs, heard you jump over, heard you run across, tracked you the whole way.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Yep, good to go when you're. Okay, for the most part I heard you. I had double steps on metal though, which was weird.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah. So I had metal, then nothing, then metal again. Then walking onward all the way around. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same run on floor 2 one more time. I'll put the GSSHs on.
Yes, mate, yes.
And then do the same run again, but from going up to the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
And then just run out onto the roof or something and shoot once.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me when you're starting your run and I'll try and track you.
Okay, have you got the GSH on?
Yep, GSSH is ready.
Starting the run now for the 2nd floor.
Yeah, so it was a bit more muffled, didn't hear the bushes, still heard the metal, didn't hear the jump over, heard from when you got to the bathroom on the 2nd floor all the way along to when you shut the window.
So it picks it up clear as day above you.
Yep.
And it's muffled at the far end, which will be obviously the occlusion built into it.
Yep.
But the Swordens
But
heard it
the
all.
Comtax 4s heard it all. So, Swordens and GSSHs are about the same, I'd say.
So the Contact M4s are the kiddie. Right, I'm back outside. I'm going to do the 3rd floor one.
Okay. 3rd floor one, I'll start with the Swordens again then, do it in the same order.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Tell me when you're starting your run and I'll try and track you.
Starting now.
Yeah, see, I thought you were still in the hallway by the time you shot. But
Oh, really?
I heard the metal and I heard the bushes clear as day that time. The next ones, which is Contact 4, so do that 3rd floor run again. And I'll see if I can track you better.
Okay, tell me when you're ready, buddy. I'll go for the 3rd floor run again.
Yeah, ready when you are.
On the move.
I was able to track you a little easier. It's more muffled, so you can clearly get a distinct difference between someone's on 2nd or someone's on 3rd.
Right.
So there's a massive difference.
Right, I am ready to start the run.
Yep, good to go. Yeah, see, I couldn't really track you on the 3rd floor so well. I thought you was by Markram.
Oh, really?
When you shot, yeah.
So the walkers are a no-go then?
Yeah, they They don't look to be that great. Do that same run again, but I'll put the GSSHs on.
Oh, Rog. Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, ready when you are.
Okay. Moving now.
Yeah, that's so hard to track.
Really?
It's so bassy. It just sounds like thuds. It sounds like someone's listening to heavy drum and bass.
All the way around you?
All the way around me, yeah. GSSHs and walkers are not very good, and you can definitely tell someone's above you, but you can't exactly tell whereabouts they are, which I suppose is better than the audio was before, where everything sounded like it was on your level. There are some situations where this is not the case though. For example, when I took this into some real raids to do some testing, audio in interchange still sounds like everyone is on the same floor as you. For example, when I was in the underground, people were shooting on the first floor by Generic Store and all of them, and I heard them as if they were just on the underground with me. And the same as when I was in the Levi's store, I was hearing someone as if they were at Viking, but actually they were up by the big window on the second floor. And in my opinion, you shouldn't really be able to hear someone in a massive shopping mall on the floor above you.
Oh man, I like this thing.
Right, let's push to that.
Is it killer?
Could be. What?
It sounded like it was behind us.
Сука, ёбнули нашего!
That sounds right on us.
He's on the opposite side of the wall there. That's a bit too much.
All stop. Walking right side.
Yeah, running.
Ага.
Is he above us?
So we're on our right.
Yeah, he's above
No.
us. Yeah, he's above
Above
us.
us.
We shouldn't be hearing that so loudly. So I know these tests are in perfect conditions, so you've also got to take into account ambient noise, shooting in the distance, and all of that to reduce your hearing. But stealth is very much a viable option now, and the headsets do make a difference whether you are being heard or not being heard in the game. One thing I will say is in all of your raids, you do need to take a headset, because not having one is a massive hindrance to your game. I then also took my favourite headset, the Comtac 4s, into real raids to see if I'm able to track real life enemies and if it would make a difference to my play by tracking enemies and actually getting into firefights, and it did. I was able to sneak up on enemies a lot more effectively and third party their combat, and I was able to track the direction of an enemy sprint, turn around, locate them easily, and track them where they were in a clear open space, and they peeked their head up and I was able to shoot them quite clearly. And this happened on multiple maps that I tested this on, and honestly I was less confused between my footsteps, my teammates' footsteps, and enemies' footsteps. I was able to communicate my location better and understand my teammates' locations better based on the audio as well, and it's a huge improvement. Directional audio, front, back, left and right has been improved. Hearing someone above and below you, you can actually tell sort of what floor they're on based on how muffled it is, but that also doesn't come without issues. Stealth in the game is obviously overpowered right now. As I told you, the weight doesn't matter. You could be really heavy and still not really make a difference whether you're heavy or light to how early someone's able to hear you. Also, the difference between crouch walking and slow walking stood up is nominal. It doesn't really matter. And for the speed that you're traveling when you're walking slow rather than crouching slow is quite big. So there is no real reason to crouch walk anymore. You can just slow walk like normal and you can still get up behind someone no problem. Although I'm still in a habit of crouching, it doesn't really make an improvement to you, and you're not as easily going to be able to get somewhere quickly without being heard as if you were stood up and slow walking. On top of that, you've also got issues where people can do the complete opposite of being able to hear you above and below you and not being able to hear you at all. So whereas I mentioned on Interchange there are locations where you can hear someone as if they're on the same floor still, like above you and in the underground, but also there are issues on Woods and Interchange where if you were to throw a grenade, say in the underground or one of the bunkers, and you were above that grenade, you wouldn't even hear it at all. And that's something that never used to happen, but I suppose is still a thing from point 13, which will be ironed out. Also, directional audio, although it's much better, you're still able to hear someone in a 360 degree and track them the whole way around. Certain noises like gunshots from specifically directly in front of you or directly behind you kind of sound the same. There is a distinguishable factor, you can tell, but you do need to think about it, and that is not sort of an ideal situation when you're in an actual raid. So certainly something to bear in mind. But of course, the more you play, the more you're going to identify these shots a lot easier. And for example, myself, I'm still able to identify what's in front of me and what's behind me. So your results may vary, but it is something to bear in mind. It's not as distinguishable as it could be. And finally, the last major issue I've found since the patch is interface volume. This is extremely loud, whether that be packing a mag, looting something. It's extremely loud on your end, and the slider in the sound options does not do anything. That is being patched out on Monday, according to BattleState Games. So thank you for the consistent patchwork on this update, but still bear in mind it will be max volume for you and it will be quite hard to hear someone walking around you whilst you're looting or packing a mag. As a whole then, from my testing, from in-raid games that I have played since this update, the audio has improved. It's not perfect, but the patches that they are releasing is slowly going to make it where it should be, or at least close to where it should be. Sneaking is a great option, and you should try it sometime rather than just sprint jumping around corners, you silly chads. But let me know what you think of this update down below in the comments. Obviously, everyone has a different headset, so although my testing, I may have heard them, you guys might not have. So let me know what you think of audio, whether it's improved, whether it's worse for you, whether you still have binaural audio off, or whether you've turned it on. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Tarkov video. Goodbye.